official site and make the call immediately. When you speak to a rep, say you want the final expense program, say exactly that. Don't assume they'll tell you about it when you call. They don't want to have to give this money to everyone. They don't want you to know about final expense program, but if you know it, they have to qualify you. This won't last. Act fast, because when the funds are gone, there's no going back. If you
Please, can you put off your microphone? There's a background noise there, please. Thank you. Okay. Stand. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to this important event. We are going to take off in the next 2 minutes. I'm waiting for my colleague who will speak in French. Charles, are you here? Okay. Let me call him. Great. So good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. And thanks for joining us. Yes. Bonjour, bonsoir. Well, we will continue. I will speak English, and my colleague, Charles, we do a short translation, or I can call my colleague Eric. Eric can translate. He can speak English and French. Welcome, all of you, and we are happy to see you. And thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I can see our outgoing president, Honorable John Rusumbi. You're welcome, all the way from Kigali. Our president is on retirement. We have to arrange for his pension from PAWA. Also nice to see the incoming president, Professor Indy, with his brand new bow tie, which I'm sure is specifically for this event. So nice to see you. All our guests are here. Our guest speaker, Sharon Grace, all the way from Geneva, World Intellectual Property Organization. Welcome, Madam. Madam has been here since about last 3 hours. And I also want to welcome all our other guests. I can see our friend, the brand new Secretary General for the International Authors Forum, Kevin Fitzgerald. You're welcome. And all the way from Belgium at IFRO, we also have our friend Antonios Baris. Nice to see you. Our other guests from APNET, from the Ghana Publishers Association, from the World Organization of Writers and from UNESCO. I want to welcome you all. We're going to start this event on time because we are aware that some countries are 3 hours ahead of GMT, and it will be getting very late in those countries. So we don't want to keep them waiting. We start with Oswald. Are you here now?
Yes, please.
Okay, please. So we're going to want to be welcome to this event with a poetry recitation by our well-known Ghanaian poet, Oswald Okaiti. Oswald, you have the floor. You can unmute. Thank you.
Thank you. So this poem is called Dear Wind. Coming for to carry me home. Dear wind, if you ever come across the spirits that gather to rage against me, tell them I died before my birth and was born soon after my death. Tell them I am Woli Shoyinka, the returnees surrounded by the spirits of sorcerers. And if they ask why your sibling spirits died of these things, tell them you met me, Kofi Anyido, the clasher of beasts. Tell them never to dare a thought of my laws to the eroded winds. Tell them I am Okibo, the soul of the reincarnated priest of Idoto. Save their tears of fears. If they ever thought I died with the invasion of yesteryears, tell them I am Kofi Awuno, born still in the placenta and yet full of life and energy. Tell them I'm Tukokai, idealistic, sensitive, inspirational. Tell them I am Lade Wasunu, the gate between the arts and the sciences. Tell them me, I'm Ata, the goddess twin of Saturday. I am Chinua Achebe, under the protection of the earth goddess. Tell them I am the brew who, as his time passed, harvested fowls and woven them into fine verses pleasant to the ears and eyes. Tell them I am Clark, ever learning, ever knowing, ever writing, and I am Oswald Min Charlie, the messenger with accurate expression of the situation. Tell them I am Ngogi Wationgo, the golden lighting body from the eastern corridor. Dear wind, when you have a chance to cross path with those who remain awake and sing my dirges from sunshine to moonshine, tell them I am alive. Tell them I am Sengo, a descendant of the gods. Tell them I am African literature. Coming for to carry me. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Oswald. And Charles, do we have our colleague here now? Not yet. Unmute. I can't hear you. You can unmute yourself, Charles.
Yes.
Okay. Is it coming?
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the poet, yes, he's trying to be connected.
Okay.
I think
so we'll just continue. Don't worry.
Yeah, he'll join us.
Let me quickly welcome all the other guests who are here. The Honorable Minister of Culture, Tourism, and Creative Arts in Ghana is being represented by one of the directors in the ministry, Mr. Andy William Amo. You are welcome. And we also have with us the acting Vice Chancellor of the African University of Communications and Business in Ghana, Dr. Kemi Wale Olaitan. You are welcome.
Thank you
We'll
very
be
much.
introducing all the other guests as they come. So we'll go straight to the welcome address by our outgoing president, Honorable John Lusumbi. Honorable Lusumbi, you can unmute yourself, please. I see. Honorable Lusumbi, are you ready? I can see you. I think I can see you having some problems with your microphone. Can you unmute? Okay. Charles, can you just please welcome our guests in our other language while we wait for the... You have to unmute, please.
Bonsoir, chers tous. Nous sommes en train de dérouler le programme de la cérémonie d'investiture du bureau directeur de la PAWA. Et donc, nous saluons la présence du représentant du ministre de la Culture et des Arts de la République du Ghana qui est avec nous et parmi tant d'autres personnes. À présent, nous allons passer la parole à M. John Lusumbi, qui est le président sortant de la PAWA, qui va nous donner son allocution. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. I also want to recognize from the African Brain Bank, His Excellency Honorable Dr. Pam from Mung. I hope I got the name right. You're welcome. Yes, thank you. Honorable Lusumbi, are you ready for us? Because you have to welcome us. We know you are our emeritus president, so you are still on the reserve bench. Okay, if he's not ready, we have to go on, and it's my delight to call on our distinguished guest speaker, who has come all the way from, well, who is there in Geneva. He didn't come all the way. From the World Intellectual Property Organization, that's WIPO, Madam Sharon Grace. Please, you have the floor. Yes.
Thank you very much, Brother Wale. Excellency, the representative of the Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Ghana, Mr. Belindi, President of PAWA, Mr. Wale Okediran, Secretary General of PAWA, Madams and Misters, Vice Presidents, distinguished guests, esteemed publisher, writers, and advocate for African culture, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to join you today in congratulating the Pan-African Writers Association on its successful council elections, an important step forward for Pan-African literary empowerment. PAWA continue to play a vital role in building Africa's book industry. This sector is more than culture. It is a driver for education, for engagement and economic growth. Books are not luxuries anymore. They are essential tools of transformation. Africa publishing sector is now valued at over 2.3 billion, with digital publishing projected to reach 220 million users by 2027. We are witnessing a creative surge with over 100,000 new titles produced each year, many by local authors eager to tell authentic African stories. The rise of digital publishing has unlocked unprecedented opportunities for African authors to reach broader audiences, bypass traditional gatekeepers, and participate in a growing global literary economy. Self-publishing platforms, mobile reading apps, and online bookstores have empowered new voices and expanded access to African stories. But these digital advances also bring new and complex risks. Copyright infringement is now easier, faster, and harder to trace. from unauthorized sharing of ebooks to unlicensed use of digital content across platforms. Many authors lack the legal knowledge or resources to defend their rights, and enforcement mechanisms are often underdeveloped or under-resourced. Authors often face limited access to publishing platforms, weak distribution networks, and poor copyright protection. Most African authors earn less than 5% in royalties, well below the global average. This poses a serious threat to the livelihoods of African creators. Without effective copyright protection, authors are unable to earn fair income from their work. This not only discourages creativity, but also weakens the long-term sustainability of the entire literary ecosystem. To respond, we need a multifaceted approach. Strong legal frameworks that are updated for the digital age and harmonized across the region. Efficient collective management system that support right holders in tracking, usage, and receiving royalties. Training and capacity building for authors, publishers, and policymakers on copyright basics and contractual best practices. And public awareness campaign to educate consumers about the value of creative work and the harm caused by piracy. Copyright is not just a legal tool, it is an enabler for cultural and economic development. When authors' rights are protected and respected, creativity flourishes, industries grow, and society benefits. This is where organizations like PAWA and partnership with institutions like WIPO make a difference. At WIPO, we are committed to supporting Africa's creative industries. Through the Publisher Circle, we have supported training and policy events with APNET in 2023 and 2024. In 2021, we also organized train-the-trainer programs in Tanzania and Guinea. In partnership with PAWA, we delivered a virtual workshop on empowering young African authors in 2023. We have published key resources, including the WIPO Toolkit for Authors and Publishers, which offers guidance on copyright licensing and publishing contracts. And this toolkit is available in 6 languages and is free on the WIPO Connect, on the WIPO intranet. Our Good Practice Toolkit for Collective Management Organizations and our publication on the collective management of text and image-based works is also available in 6 languages, and it provides models for building effective right management tools. WIPO is proud to support Africa's intellectual property ecosystem and its literary future. We're especially honored by the presence of the representative of her ministry, Minister Abla Gumashi, Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Art in Ghana. Ghana's dynamic publishing sector shows how literature can support both national development and international influence. Africa has the youngest population in the world. With the right tools, policies, and partnership, we can build a thriving book ecosystem, one that crosses languages and borders, supports jobs, and celebrates our stories. African youth are in search of identity and eager to tell their own stories. The book industries offer a powerful platform for self-expression, cultural preservation, and creative entrepreneurship. By investing in this sector, we are not only nurturing talents, we are unlocking a reservoir of potential jobs, and we are enabling young people to contribute meaningfully to the social and economic development of their countries. If we want to publish a flourishing Africa, we must ensure that books are not only written, but published, protected, and read. Only then will authors, publishers, and future generation of storytellers will truly thrive. Let this gathering mark a turning point, from vision to action, from creativity to sustainable growth. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I'm really honored, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate those golden words of advice, and collaboration is the key. And WIPO has been supporting PAWA for a long time, as she enumerated. So we thank you, Ma, for what you have done in the past, and we look forward to more of such support. Thank
Definitely,
you.
we are here to support you. You just
Thank
need
you so
to
much.
tell us, and we will always be here. Thank you
We
very
appreciate.
much, Wale, for allowing me to be here with you today. It's a real
Thank you,
honor
Ma.
for me.
Thank you. We appreciate. Thank you. Yeah, Charles, you want to say a few words for our other listeners?
Yeah, let me try. OK. Alors, donc, nous venons de suivre l'allocution de Madame Grace Sharin de l'Organisation mondiale de la protection intellectuelle. Dans son allocution, elle a évoqué plusieurs éléments, notamment, elle a parlé du monde de l'édition africaine qui qui est confronté à plusieurs difficultés. Elle a aussi relevé quand même les opportunités qui s'offrent au secteur du livre en Afrique, notamment. Il y a les livres numériques, les plateformes de diffusion et de publication en ligne et beaucoup d'autres opportunités. Elle a également évoqué le rôle de l'Organisation mondiale de la protection intellectuelle dans la protection voilà, des droits d'auteur et insister sur le fait qu'il y ait sur une approche multidimensionnelle qui allie la formation, la sensibilisation concernant les droits d'auteur pour la lutte contre la piraterie et également le rôle de la cohésion, ben, de la synergie d'action entre la PAWA et l'OMPI. Et après son discours, il y a le S de la PAWA qui a remercié Mme Chérine pour sa disponibilité et pour la lutte commune qu'il mène. Madame a apprécié et a souligné qu'elle sera toujours présente, disponible, et c'est un honneur pour elle de prendre part voilà, à cette session de partage. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, Charles. Très bien traduit.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you, Charles. Yes. So we can now go back to our outgoing president. I think he had to finish his lunch or his dinner in Kigali before he can quickly talk to us. So, Mr. President, Honorable Richard Rusumbi, we want to hear from you.
Alors, donc, nous passons la parole à présent au président sortant, M. John Rosenby, pour son discours, son allocution de circonstances. Ça ne va pas s'il est encore connecté ou pas.
So, are you back now? It's like we have lost him again. Okay. Charles, is the other poet around now?
Yes, he's around.
Okay,
Greg.
so we can have him. Can you bring him on?
OK. À présent, nous allons passer. Monsieur Greg.
Oui.
Greg, voilà, nous allons vous passer la parole pour votre déclamation, le poème. Et pour chaque poème, je vous prierai de nous dire, par exemple, l'auteur. Et si, voilà, l'auteur est avant de déclamer. Merci beaucoup.
Ok, merci.
D'abord, il faudra te présenter. Voilà.
D'accord. Je suis Greg Aziakou, je suis togolais, je suis poète, enseignant également, enseignant de français.
I am Greg Aziakou, I'm a Togolese, I'm a poet and teacher, teaching French language.
Don't need to translate this poem. We understand. Let me just go on.
Yes.
All right. So you have the floor, Greg. Go on.
Le poème que je vais déclamer est tiré de Mon pays que voici, œuvre écrite par Anthony Phelps, un haïtien. 30 milliards d'étoiles. J'ai mis la voie lactée en vente pour un peu d'amour et m'ai retrouvé acquéreur. Personne au monde ne veut s'embarrasser de 30 milliards d'étoiles. Personne. Peut-être que l'amour est une branche la plus courte que les humains. Qui sait? Comme je le disais, l'auteur est haïtien, s'appelle Anthony Phelps. Merci.
The poem was very short. It is a poem by Anthony Phelps. I think the title is 30 Billions of Stars. Given that the poet is Space English. Let me check the English version. But a minute, please. En attendant, Monsieur Greg, si tu as un autre point, peut-être tu peux déclamer avant que je ne revienne. Non?
Ok,
Oui, c'est le
d'accord.
seul point que tu déclares.
Oui. Le second poème que je voudrais déclamer cet après-midi est tiré de Sans mots étouffés, un recueil de poèmes écrit par moi-même et publié aux éditions L'Oracle, dont le directeur est M. Charles Aurens, que je le salue de passage. Le texte est intitulé Impasse. Un jour, ma grand-mère chanta. Que faire devant l'ogre destin qui va funeste, libre, sans patin? Que faire quand on ne peut que séduire un destin qui va triste, dissonant avec notre désir? Oui. Que faire devant l'acte destin qui va triste, orchestrant sans fin le tambour de la mélancolie? Destin empourpré dans la jarre de la mélanie. Que chanter comme chanson? Quel lyre jouer? Quel ton? Qu'avons-nous bu qu'on ne peut plus dire? Qu'avons-nous fait, nous autres? Nous sommes dans l'impasse. Impasse.
Okay. Thank you
Merci
so much.
beaucoup.
I think
Yeah.
we just continue. Thank you, Greg. We appreciate. So we can go back to Honorable Rusumbi. Are you online now?
Merci beaucoup,
Yes,
Monsieur
please.
Greg.
Okay. Please.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I would like to welcome
Oh,
all of you to this inauguration event of the new Power Council members. We had an exciting power elections last week, and the results are fully rewarding to the association. The new leadership constitutes experienced writers and leaders in all the regions of the continent and the diaspora. PAWA can now be proud of a leadership from a beautiful, diverse, linguistic and cultural background of African descent. I therefore thank members of the Electoral Commission for a job well done. I also welcome all guests and members that made time to attend this great event. We appreciate your love for power and writers of African descent. Let me say congratulations to a lady and the gentleman who succeeded to be elected to the new Power Council. Those who tried and didn't make it, please just acknowledge that there is always a winner and a loser in any election. But we still thank you for the efforts you put in to make the election democratically exciting. I believe you'll make it next time. To the outgoing Power Council members, I thank you for supporting me and the joint efforts to end our term of office successfully. We expect the new council to continue from there and drive power to greater heights. PAWA expects more efforts towards resource mobilization to fully implement her strategic interventions. Finally, I thank the organizers of this event for their time and efforts to make it happen. We shall also, as the outgoing PAWA Council, continue to support the new PAWA Council where needed to ensure the organization achieves its mission. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Before I call on Charles to give us a short French version, I want to welcome one of our veteran members of PAWA, all the way from New Orleans in the US, Professor Niyi Oshundari. You're welcome, sir. If you knew we don't want to overtax you, we'll have asked you to give us one of those wonderful poetry renditions for where you are well known. But since you are semi-retired now, we just allow you to enjoy listening to your mentees and your students. So thank you for coming, sir. At the appropriate time, we will listen to a few words from you. For now, Charles, I want to give us a little version of President Rusumbi's speech.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's not French version. It's just maybe a poor summary of his speech.
Okay, that's fine. That's enough.
Je m'en vais vous donner quand même un résumé comme du discours de M. John Roussoumbi, le président sortant de la PAWA. Alors, dans son allocution, M. John Roussoumbi a exprimé sa fierté et pour PAWA, pour ce que l'Organisation panafricaine des écrivains devient. Et il a aussi salué la commission électorale qui a abattu un travail énorme pour faire en sorte quand même qu'à la fin des élections, qu'il y ait un bureau, qu'on ait un processus électoral démocratique et qu'il y ait un bureau élu. Il a salué tous les participants de cet événement et félicité les hommes et femmes qui ont été élus membres du conseil de la PAWA. Et au bureau aux membres du bureau qui sont élus, il a souhaité plein succès à leur mandature et souhaiter quand même que les activités, les efforts en faveur de la littérature africaine soient couronnés. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Now we have come to the main highlight of today's event. That is the swearing in of the new council members. And to handle this is the representative of the Honorable Minister of Culture, Mr. Andy William Amo, who is the Deputy Director, Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. But before I call on him to do the swearing in, I will call on the council members, the new council members, to introduce themselves. We will just be listening to just 2 minutes because I know many of you are good orators. If I allow you to speak, you may take the whole day. So we will start with the only lady in the team, the deputy, the vice. Oh, sorry. Charles, you want to do something for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
À présent, nous allons aborder le point fort, les points forts de cette séance, qui est la prestation de serment des membres du conseil de la PAWA. Mais cela va se faire très rapidement. Nous allons passer la parole d'abord, les membres élus vont se présenter, donc ils auront la parole pour juste 2 minutes. Nous savons que voilà, les écrivains, souvent, c'est des bavards. Donc, ils auront juste 2 minutes pour se présenter. Et voilà. Merci.
Thank you, Charles. We start with the only lady in the team. Ladies first. That's Melena Linias Jones.
Yeah.
Please, can we introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Raina Linares Jones, and I am coming from Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. And I'm really excited and honored to serve on the council. I am a journalist and also a public health communicator. So I've spent the past 2 decades in a public health communication capacity where all communication is focused on improving health outcomes. And so my specialty is using narrative journalism to tell stories of the lived experiences of people dealing with different health issues and conditions. So I'm really honored to serve on this council. I see my role as one of a bridge builder, connecting writers across regions, generations, and genres, respecting all voices and ensuring that our voices are not only heard, but that they endure forever. So thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, VP Diaspora. So, Charles, unmute yourself, Charles. You have to unmute. We can't hear you. Okay.
Sorry,
Thank you.
sorry. Yeah. Alors, donc, nous venons de suivre la voix de Madame Ren Jones, qui est vice-présidente diaspora. Alors, elle vient des États-Unis, précisément de la Géorgie. Alors, Ren Jones a travaillé essentiellement dans le domaine journalistique, notamment sur des questions liées à la santé. Alors, donc, elle a passé ces 20 dernières années à travailler dans ce domaine concernant les publications liées au domaine de la santé, notamment et l'adaptation journalistique de la narration pour servir des causes de la santé. Et c'est un plaisir pour elle d'être membre du conseil de la PAWA et elle prend ce travail au sérieux et comme disons, une mission à remplir. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. The next is our Vice President for North Africa, all the way from Cairo, Egypt. Please,
Okay,
can we meet you? You unmute yourself. VP North. You are not, okay.
Is it again? Yeah.
Can hear you.
Good evening, good morning, and welcome to all please. I introduce myself to you all before that point. My books published in some 10 languages, and I'm going to almost running away. So being traveling, this is my life, and I am
The reception is poor.
African to Arabic to be read by Arabic readers in Egypt and abroad, and also with to somehow transfer our magazine to one in way with these professional voices in the team. And I thank you all for choosing me as Vice President for North Africa. But I believe that we are all one, and even in language can make
okay.
it
Ashraf, please, we have to stop you
connection issue. We can't hear him.
because we can't hear much. We will put it on the chat box. Thank you. That is Ashraf Abul Yazid, Vice President for North Africa, all the way from Egypt. Thank you so much. Charles?
Yeah. Alors, nous avions M. Ashraf Dali de l'Égypte. Il est le vice-président Afrique du Nord, mais malheureusement, en raison des soucis techniques, nous avions beaucoup de difficultés vraiment à le recevoir. Peut-être qu'il pourra revenir après, mais sachez quand même que c'est M. Ashraf Dali, vice-président Afrique du Nord de la PAWA. Merci.
Merci beaucoup. We go on to His Excellency Eric Joel Bekali, Vice President, Central Africa, all the way from Gabon. You have the floor, Your Excellency. You have to unmute yourself.
À présent, nous passons la parole à son Excellence, M. Eric Joël Bekale, vice-président Afrique centrale, qui nous vient du Gabon.
Il should unmute.
Monsieur
We can't hear
Eric,
him.
voilà, il faut vous connecter, il faut activer le micro. Vous nous suivez, Monsieur Eric? Activez le
unmute.
micro pour prendre la parole.
No, we can't hear. He's not unmute. Tell him to unmute.
Monsieur Eric, nous ne vous saisissons pas
Okay, yes,
encore.
yes. Voilà.
Activez votre micro.
No voice. Wow.
Monsieur Eric est là.
He has some communication issue.
Ah, okay. Apparemment, il a des soucis de connexion.
We can hear. Okay, please tell him to put it on the chat box. We will come back to him. We can't hear him.
Okay.
Charles,
Alors,
tell him.
Monsieur Eric, essayez quand même de vous connecter. On
Mais
pourra
je suis
revenir.
connecté. Est-ce que vous m'entendez?
Oui, c'est bon.
We
Vous
can hear
m'entendez
now.
là?
fois-ci.
Ah, good.
C'est bon
Ok.
cette fois-ci. Yeah.
Bien, écoutez, merci beaucoup. Je suis Eric Joël Bekale, écrivain de la République gabonaise, plutôt président de l'Union des écrivains gabonais et nouvellement élu vice-président de la PAWA pour l'Afrique centrale. Je souhaite ici tout d'abord saluer notre charmante collègue représentant de l'OMPI qui a pris la parole tout en premier. Et il me semble que nous avons aussi un représentant du ministère de la Culture du Ghana, que je salue ici. Je saisis donc cette opportunité pour nous féliciter tous, le nouveau bureau. Féliciter d'abord John, le président sortant, pour l'excellent travail qu'il a accompli malgré les difficultés. Et naturellement, soutient et encourage le nouveau président auprès de qui je vais travailler, ainsi que tout le monde, pour que nous puissions aller de l'avant avec cette association d'écrivains africains extrêmement importante, la PAWA. Je vous remercie.
Step out.
Merci beaucoup.
Vous avez entendu, j'espère. Hein? Mais félicitations, SG, naturellement.
So, Charles, can you give us? You have to unmute.
Yes, sorry. Greetings. I am Eric Joël Bekale, a writer and president of Gabon Writers Association. I am the vice president of Central Africa. I'm very happy to be asked to be elected as a member of the council, and I would like to first great WIPO and the representative of the Ghana Minister of Tourism and Culture. I think they are attending this session. I would like to congratulate Mr. John Rusumbi, okay, for all the work that he did. I would like also to congratulate Mr. The SG, Mr. Wale Kodiran, for what he has done, and for the new council. I'm just wishing you the best and I hope that thanks your encouragement, thanks your work, we will push PAWA forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. The next to introduce himself is the Vice President for West Africa, all the way from Banjul in Gambia, Professor Omabari. He is bilingual, so Charles, you don't need to talk this time around. He will speak English and French. Professor Omabari.
Nous passons à présent la parole au vice-président Afrique de l'Ouest, en l'occurrence, professeur Barry, qui nous vient de la Gambie.
Thank you very much. Greetings, everybody. It is with deep humility and a profound sense of responsibility that I accept this position of Vice President for West Africa of the Pan-African Writers Association. I begin by congratulating all the members here who have been voted in for 2025, 2028, and also commend profoundly for the outgoing council under the leadership of the Honorable John Rusimbi for an excellent job done. I also wish to sincerely thank everyone for the trust and confidence that has been placed on me. I do not take it lightly, and I pledge to serve with dedication, integrity, and a vision that advances the voice of African literature. To introduce myself briefly, I am Professor Cherno Omar Bari, President of the Writers Association of the Gambia, a passionate advocate for African arts, education, and culture. Over the years, I have served in various academic and administrative capacities, most recently as Vice Chancellor of the International Open University and as a diplomat fostering cross-border cooperation between Gambia and Senegal. At the heart of all my engagements lies a simple belief: literature is the soul of a people, and writers are its conscience. As we navigate this new chapter together, I look forward to working with all member states to amplify the voices of our region, support writers, emerging writers especially, and preserve our diverse linguistic and cultural heritage. Thank you once again for this honor. Together, let us continue to build a strong and unified literary community across Africa. Now, to support my brother Charles, I will do this in French too. Je commençais d'abord par vous saluer tous et par remercier surtout tout le monde ici, en disant aussi que c'est avec une profonde humilité et un sens aigu de responsabilité que j'accepte le poste de vice-président pour l'Afrique de l'Ouest de l'Association panafricaine des écrivains. Je tiens à vous remercier sincèrement pour la confiance que vous m'accordez et je prends cette responsabilité pas à la légère et je m'engage à servir avec dévouement, intégrité et une vision qui favorise l'expression de la littérature africaine. Je prends une petite pause pour remercier le conseil sortant et surtout sous la présidence de son honorable John Rosimbi et les féliciter vraiment pour le travail énorme qu'ils ont pu faire pendant cette période. Alors, pour me présenter brièvement, je suis professeur Cherno Omar Bari, le président de l'Association des écrivains de Gambie et un fervent défenseur des arts, de l'éducation et de la culture africaine. Au fil des années, j'ai occupé diverses fonctions académiques et administratives, dont récemment celle de vice-chancelier ou recteur de l'Université International Open University et en tant que diplomate chargé de promouvoir la coopération transfrontalière entre le Sénégal et la Gambie. Au cœur de tous mes engagements se trouve une conviction simple: la littérature est l'âme d'un peuple et les écrivains en sont la conscience. Alors que nous entamons ensemble ce nouveau chapitre, je me réjouis de travailler avec tous, surtout les États membres, pour amplifier la voix de notre région, soutenir les écrivains émergents et préserver cet patrimoine linguistique et culturel diversifié. Je vous remercie encore une fois pour cet honneur. Ensemble, continuons à bâtir une communauté littéraire forte et unie à travers l'Afrique. Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. Yeah, somehow my camera just started blacking up. I think it's Charles who is blocking. He doesn't want people to see my handsome face again. Don't worry. I'm not competing with you. Anyway, the next vice president is for East Africa, all the way from Nairobi, Professor Egala Kabaji. Please, can you unmute?
À présent, nous allons passer la parole au prochain, qui est le vice-président de l'Afrique de l'Est, le professeur Egara Kabaji du Kenya.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I want to first begin by thanking the outgoing council for a good job done for the past 3 years. I served under that council, and I want to confirm that we tried our level best, and I believe that the upcoming council will move PAWA to a new level. I want to specifically thank the outgoing president for a good job done. I want to thank the Secretary General for really steering PAWA to a new Arctic level. I would like to, at this juncture, maybe to introduce myself after those few remarks. I want to say that I am Igara Kabaji, the president of the Creative Writers Association of Kenya. I am from East Africa, and I am the vice president of PAWA representing East Africa. I want to assure the rest of the continent that we in East Africa are ready to work with the rest of the continent to do a number of things in the coming 3 or so years. One of the things that we think in East Africa is critical is the way of the opportunity to have East African literary works, and indeed literary works from the rest of the continent are circulating throughout Africa. It is very unfortunate that Africans do not get round to reading literature from fellow Africans. Instead, we get much of the literature from outside Africa. I think PAWA in the next 3 years should actually reposition itself so that we find ways of making sure that African works circulate within the African continent. I also believe that in the coming 3 years, we should be able to create an environment, an ambience for making sure that we collaborate, so that we have collaboration of African writers from all over the continent. And I believe this is possible. And I want to assure the African continent that we in East Africa are ready for this. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana kwa kunisikiza. I will maybe want to say 1 or 2 words in Kiswahili, which is also an African language and African Union language. Ningetaka kuchukua nafasi hii kuwashukuru nyinyi nyote kwa kunipa nafasi ya kufanya kazi kwa shirika letu la PAWA. Ningetaka kusema ya kwamba kuna mengi ambayo tungetaka kuyafanya, na nina hakika ya kwamba wale ambao tunaingia uongozeni tutaweza kusukuma gurudumu hili ili tuweze kufanya mambo ambayo yatafurahisha Waafrika. Asanteni sana, shukran. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Merci beaucoup.
Alors, nous venons de suivre la présentation de M. Igara Kabaji. Igara Kabaji, qui est le vice-président Afrique de l'Est de la PAWA. Alors, dans son mot, il a d'abord remercié le conseil sortant pour le travail abattu au cours des 3 dernières années. Et il a également dit quand même qu'au cours des 3 années dernières, puisqu'il a été lors de la mandature précédente vice-président, ce fut avec beaucoup d'ardeur qu'ils ont travaillé à pousser PAWA, et il confirme que pour les 3 années à venir, il va également mettre la même ardeur, la même énergie pour faire en sorte que PAWA puisse connaître d'autres horizons meilleurs. Il a salué le SG de la PAWA et il a également confirmé que pour ce qui est de l'Afrique de l'Est, ils sont prêts à travailler à mieux le meilleur, en faire en sorte que les œuvres africaines puissent circuler abondamment sur le continent, parce que une chose qui est dommage, c'est que voilà, les livres produits en Afrique ne circulent pas autant sur le continent africain. Et il a encouragé la PAWA à faire en sorte, à se repositionner, faire en sorte quand même que les œuvres africaines soient lues par les Africains. Asante Sana, il a fini par donner la version Quechua-li de son mot, Quechua-li, qui est une des langues officielles de l'Union africaine. Merci beaucoup. Asante Sana.
Thank
Karim.
you. Merci beaucoup. Asante Sana. So we go to the last member of the council who, because you have seen me, you have heard me, and the president will come later, so we don't want to waste some time. Abbas, please, I'm having issues with my video. If you can help me to correct from your end. So thank you. So our last council member who will talk is our Vice President, Southern Africa, all the way from Mozambique. I don't know whether you want to speak Portuguese or we will try his English. Carlos Paradona, you have the floor. You have to unmute your microphone, your mic is on. You have to unmute your mic.
Alors, nous allons accueillir le dernier intervenant qui est le vice-président Afrique australe de la PAWA, en l'occurrence M. Carlos Paradona.
Abbas, can you help? Okay, it's okay now.
Yes, please. Now he's unmuted.
Boa tarde a todos. Boa tarde a todos. Consegue me ouvir? Do you hear me?
Can hear you.
Yes, please.
I am Carlos Paradona. May I speak?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go on.
Muito boa noite a todos os colegas. Em primeiro lugar, quero dar meus parabéns ao senhor secretário-geral da PAWA por essa sua reeleição e pelo excelente trabalho que tem desempenhado nos últimos anos. E também minhas felicitações ao presidente em saída, portanto, pelo trabalho importante que desempenhou durante o seu mandato. Quero também congratular aos novos eleitos para o Conselho, em especial para o novo presidente, porque acredito que se trata de uma honra em fazer parte do Conselho da PAWA. Nós, cá na África Austral, vamos continuar a trabalhar com vista a materializarmos os objetivos da nossa organização. Por isso, eu agradeço a todos o apoio que me deram e quero vos assegurar que vou dar o meu máximo para o bem da nossa organização. Good evening to everybody. My name is Carlos Paradona. I am Secretary General of the Mozambican Writers Association. First of all, I want to congratulate our Secretary General for the re-election, and also to congratulate him for the job good that he has done. And also, I would like to congratulate the outgoing president for the job that also he has done. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome the new president, the elected president, and also to welcome all my colleagues from the African regions. I hope that we are going to work together in order that we can put up, that we can enhance our organization in order that we can meet our objectives. For my side, I have the compromise to work hardly in order that we here in Southern Africa can achieve the goals that are
that may be achieved by our organization. Once again, I want to thank you, to thank everybody for this opportunity, because it's a great honor for me to be part of our council. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Charles?
Yes. Alors, nous venons d'écouter M. Carlos Paradona, qui est le secrétaire général des écrivains mozambicains. Il est le vice-président Afrique australe de la PAWA. Alors, dans sa prise de parole, il a d'abord félicité le secrétaire général, M. Walek Kodiran, pour son élection et le travail abattu. Il a également félicité le président du conseil sortant pour voilà, le travail abattu. Il a également saisi l'opportunité pour souhaiter la bienvenue au président élu et au VP élu. Et il a souhaité qu'ensemble, qu'ils puissent mettre de concert leur énergie, leur force à voilà, amener PAWA vers de sommets meilleurs. Il a insisté que c'est pour lui un honneur d'être membre de la PAWA et que voilà, il mettra toute son énergie en œuvre, en tout cas pour faire en sorte que la PAWA puisse avoir un succès au cours des 3 dernières années, des 3 prochaines années. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Charles. So at this point, we will now call on the representative of the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Culture, and Creative Arts in Ghana, Mr. Andy Amo, Deputy Director, who will give us a speech and then help us to inaugurate our council.
Okay.
Mr. Amo, you have the floor.
À présent, nous allons passer la parole au représentant du ministre du Tourisme, de la Culture et des Arts du Ghana, M. Andy, pour son allocution de circonstances. Et après quoi, nous allons passer à la prestation de serment des membres du Conseil élu.
Thank you very much, Doug. Chairperson, members of Pan-African Writers Association, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good day to you all. It is a great honor for me to be with you virtually today. I bring you warm greetings from the Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Honorable Abla Jifa Gomashi, who regrettably cannot join at this important gathering circumstances beyond her control. However, she had asked me to deliver this special message to you on her behalf. Although I would have loved to join you on this important occasion, I am unavoidably engaged in another national assignment of equal importance. Please accept my sincerest apologies and best wishes for a successful and inspiring program. PAWA continues to be a vital institution in the promotion of African literature, culture, and identity. Your work in preserving African voices, telling our stories, and uniting the continent through writing is not only commendable, but essential. As you integrate this new council, I encourage you to deepen collaboration with governments, academia, and cultural institutions to promote literacy, emerging writers, and celebrate the diversity of African languages and narratives. To the new council, I urge you to explore innovative ways of integrating literature into tourism and cultural heritage promotion. Literary festivals, cultural trails inspired by African works, and author residences can significantly enrich the tourism experience and boost Africa's cultural visibility. Again, on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, I assure you of our continued support and collaboration. May your new leadership bring renewed energy, innovation, and unity to PAWA's mission. Now to the council members. Having been elected into the Council of the Pan-African Writers Association, I hereby formally swear you in as the association's council for the next 3 years. Congratulations once again, and best wishes to the new council. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for inaugurating the council, which, like I said earlier on, comprises of the 6 vice presidents, the president, Professor Indy, my humble self, the Secretary General. So thank you, our deep gratitude and appreciation to the Honorable Minister. Interestingly, the Honorable Minister herself is a member of the Ghana Association of Writers. So by extension, she's a member of PAWA. She's an actress, a screenwriter, and a screen producer. Maybe one of these days, we'll all come together to put a beautiful film together with Ashraf. Ashraf is a good dancer. He will do the Egyptian dance for us. And then all of us will hold a small movie with the Honorable Minister. Thank you once again, Mr. Amur.
Thank you so
Charles,
much, sir.
Yes, a brief before we call on the President to accept the new position on behalf of the Council. Charles will give us a summary of the ministers in French.
Alors, nous avons tantôt suivi l'allocution de M. Andy qui représentait la ministre du Tourisme, de la Culture et des Arts du Ghana, qui avait souhaité vraiment prendre part à cette séance, mais malheureusement en raison d'un calendrier très chargé, alors elle l'a désigné pour venir la représenter. Alors, dans son allocution, M. Andy a fait le tableau de la PAWA, dressé le tableau de la PAWA pour ce que la PAWA réalise, fait comme activité sur le continent. Et il a encouragé la PAWA à collaborer avec les gouvernants, les académies, voilà, pour faire en sorte que la littérature soit promue davantage et promouvoir également la diversité, et que ce soit dans des festivals littéraires, à travers des résidences d'écriture et autres. Il a surtout assuré du soutien du ministère voilà, du Ghana à la PAWA dans le soutien et la collaboration continue. Et à l'endroit des membres du conseil de la PAWA, M. Andy, Madame la ministre, a félicité ses membres pour leur élection et a souhaité meilleurs souhaits, a exprimé ses meilleurs souhaits pour ce qui est de leur mandature. Alors, prenant la parole, monsieur le SG a également relevé que la ministre est également une écrivaine. Elle est membre de l'association des écrivains ghanéens et donc elle est aussi actrice et voilà, c'est peut-être aussi une fenêtre à penser à des projets futurs comme le cinéma, comme Ashraf Dali qui est en Égypte. Il pourrait peut-être penser à un projet commun. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, merci beaucoup. We now go on to Professor Indy to give us the acceptance speech on behalf of the Council. Professor Indy is bilingual, so Charles will not be disturbed again this time around. Mr. President, you have the floor.
Nous passons la parole à présent au professeur Indy, le président, pour voilà, son acceptation ou bien sa prestation de serment.
Thank you,
Professor
Dr.
Indy.
Thank you, Dr.
All right.
Okediran. I will have to start. Your Excellencies, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished colleagues, esteemed members of the PAWA Council, fellow word bearers and writers, lovers of literature, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound humility and deep appreciation, honor, and an abiding sense of duty that I stand here on behalf of the PAWA Council to accept the responsibility bestowed upon me to serve as president of this noble and distinguished Pan-African Writers Association. It is a privilege to serve this eminent international and diplomatic writers organization. The Council and I are grateful for the confidence you have placed in us, and we are fully cognizant of the weight of the office and the expectations it carries, not merely for PAWA, but for the broader Afro literary and cultural communities across the globe. As we assume this role, we do so not merely as academics, poets, or critics, but as custodians of voices, many of which history has marginalized, distorted, and even silenced. We speak as sons and daughters of the African continent and its diaspora, born into vibrant traditions and shaped by diverse intellectual and cultural tradition that span the global north and south. Again, on behalf of the Council, I speak as one who has wandered far across the oceans, into classrooms, into manuscripts, seeking every land, in every land, the common denominator of our Africanness, of our humanity, that sacred word which we all dream for, freedom. The present PAWA Council is animated by the belief in literature's enduring capacity to illuminate, to emancipate, and to restore Africa's glory in the face of challenging hegemonic wranglings. The Council acknowledges a simple but enduring truth. Literature is not luxury. It is resistance. It is remembrance. It is the republic of the conscience. In this age where demagogues distort language and where memory is a battlefield, literature remains our most faithful insurgent, challenging silence, confronting erasure, and affirming the dignity of all peoples of African descent on the continent and in the diaspora. We stand on the shoulders of giants who came before us, such as Ama Ata Edu, Chinua Achebe, Ngugi wa Thiong'o, Leopold Sedar Senghor, Nadine Gordimer, Kamara Lai, Amadou Nkrumah, Amadou Apatemba, Agostino Neto, Amilcar Cabral, Nii Oshundari, Wole Soyinka, Ayikwe Ama, Nagip Mahfouz, Maya Angelou, Taha Benjalum, Ben Okri, Derek Walcott, Mongo Betty, Okot Pitek, Eskia Falele, Toni Morrison, Dennis Brutus, and a host of others. The world is increasingly imperiled by fragmentation of language, of truth, and of community. And there is no doubt as we speak that literature is more vital now than ever before. Not as an ornamental exercise in aesthetics, but as a necessary force for ethical reflection. for cultural healing, and for global solidarity. The writers, the critics, the translators, the publishers in us all share the secret obligation to affirm the dignity of the human person, to safeguard memory, and to resist the forces that would reduce African and the African diasporic cultures to propaganda or to a commercial tool. This is achievable through cultural diplomacy. Our lives' works have been about bridging between tongues, between continents, between histories, fractured by dehumanizing human trade and colonial violences, and futures that are still under construction. If our words are to mean anything, they must serve as bridges and as barricades. Bridges to one another and barricades against tyranny, prejudice, and ignorance, as well as exogenous interferences that aim to putting us apart. As president, I espouse the Power Council's vision, guided by the following 5 priorities. 1, recentering marginalized literatures, institutionalizing translation as a pedagogical and political practice, fostering interdisciplinary and intercontinental dialogue, defending freedom of expression and intellectual integrity, cultivating emerging voices and future leaders. This council and the presidency will be a space for active listening, for principled collaboration, and for ethical innovation. Let us uphold literature not merely as a mirror of society, but as a compass pointing us towards justice, towards peace, and towards the reclamation of our shared humanity. It is in this guise that the 6th region of power, that is WAFOD, standing for Writers of African Origin in the Diaspora, which I previously headed, will now be headed by the indefatigable Reverend Dr. Ango Elizabeth Ekelem Fomuso, who previously was WAFOD Press Secretary and Chief Book Launcher. So Dr. Ango Fomuso Ekelem will take on this role. Permit me, in closing, to invoke the words of the Cameroonian poet and writer Mongo Betty, who once declared, literature is not innocent. Indeed, our words, spoken or written, sung or translated, are not without consequences. May we wield them wisely, boldly, and with unwavering commitment to truth. But above all, we must remind ourselves that literature must never become an ornament of the empire, nor a trophy of the elite. We must return literature to the people as a drum, as a lamp, as a mirror, as a sword, as a prayer. Fellow Pan-African writers, the work is vast, the burden sacred, the hour urgent. But this council believes in the relentless resilience of the human story, especially that of the African and its descendants. Let us write it together, write radically and without fear nor favor. I thank you all for your confidence, your solidarity, and your shared vision as I accept the office of the president on behalf of the council. And I would say, long live words that liberate, long live literature in the service of humanity, long live power. I thank you a zillion for the investiture. Thank you. I would take a minute to do the same in French.
Great.
I will take a minute to do the same in French so that nobody is left out. Les Excellences, Vos Excellences, chers collègues très distingués, membres très estimés du Conseil de la PAWA, les amoureux de belles lettres et du verbe, mesdames et messieurs, c'est avec une profonde humilité et appréciation ainsi qu'en honneur et en sens du devoir constant que je me tiens ici au nom du Conseil de la PAWA pour accepter la responsabilité qui nous a été conférée de servir en tant que président de cette noble et distinguée association des écrivains panafricains. C'est un privilège de servir cette éminente organisation internationale et diplomatique des écrivains. Le Conseil et moi-même sommes reconnaissants de la confiance que vous nous accordez. Et nous sommes pleinement conscients du poids de la fonction et des attentes qu'elle comporte, non seulement pour la PAWA, mais pour les communautés afro-littéraires et culturelles plus larges à travers le monde. En assumant ce rôle, nous ne le faisons pas simplement en tant que des universitaires, en tant que des poètes ou des critiques, mais en tant que des gardiens des traditions, des voix dont beaucoup ont été marginalisées, déformées et ou réduites au silence par l'histoire. Nous parlons en tant que dignes fils et filles du continent africain et de sa diaspora, nés dans des traditions vibrantes et nous sommes élevés par des traditions intellectuelles et culturelles diverses qui s'étendent à la fois du sud au nord. Encore une fois, au nom du Conseil, je parle comme quelqu'un qui a voyagé loin à travers les océans et ayant côtoyé des salles de classe, des manuscrits, cherchant dans chacun des pays le dénominateur commun de notre africanité et de notre humanité, le mot sacré, la liberté. Le Conseil actuel de la PAWA est animé par la croyance et par la croyance en la capacité durable de la littérature à éclairer, à émanciper et à restaurer la gloire de l'Afrique face aux luttes hégémoniques. Le Conseil reconnaît une vérité simple mais durable. La littérature n'est pas luxe, c'est de la résistance. C'est du souvenir. C'est la République de la conscience. En cette époque où les démagogues déforment le langage et où la mémoire est un champ de bataille, la littérature reste notre insurgé le plus fidèle. Elle conteste le silence, affronte l'effacement et affirme notre dignité et de tous les peuples d'ascendance africaine sur le continent et dans sa diaspora. Nous nous tenons sur les épaules, ou pour ainsi dire, nous suivons les pas tracés par nos aînés, tels que Ama Ata Aidou, Chinua Achebe, Ngugi wa Thiong'o, Léopold Sédar Senghor, Nadine Gordimer, Kamara Lai, Amadou Kourouma, Amadou Apatemba, Agostino Neto, Amilcar Cabral, Wole Soyinka, Aikweama, Niyi Oshundare, Naguib Mahfouz, Maya Angelou, Taha Benjalom, Ben Okri, Derek Walcott, Mongo Betty, Okot Pitek, Eskian Falele, Toni Morrison, Dennis Brutus et tant d'autres. Le monde est de plus en plus menacé par la fragmentation de la langue, de la vérité, de nos communautés. Et il ne fait aucun doute au moment où nous parlons que la littérature est de plus en plus vitale que jamais. Non pas comme un exercice en esthétique, ornementale, mais comme une force nécessaire à la réflexion éthique, à la guérison culturelle et à la solidarité mondiale. Les écrivains, les critiques, les traducteurs et les éditeurs en nous partagent toute une obligation sacrée d'affirmer la dignité de la personne humaine, de sauvegarder la mémoire et de résister aux forces qui réduiraient les cultures africaines et les cultures africaines et les cultures de la diaspora africaine à la propagande ou encore au commerce. Cela est réalisable grâce à la diplomatie culturelle. Nos œuvres font le pont entre les langues, entre les continents, entre des histoires fracturées par la traite humaine, déshumanisantes, par des violences coloniales et des avenirs encore en construction. Si nos mots doivent avoir un sens ou encore peser, avoir son poids, ils doivent servir de pont et de barricade. De pont entre nous et des barricades contre la tyrannie, les préjugés et l'ignorance, ainsi que les interférences extérieures ou exogènes qui visent à nous séparer. En tant que président, j'adhère à la vision du Conseil de la PAWA, guidé par les priorités suivantes. Premièrement, recadrage de la littérature, des littératures marginalisées, institutionnalisation de la traduction en tant que pratique pédagogique et politique, promotion du dialogue interdisciplinaire et intercontinental, défense de la liberté d'expression et de l'intégrité intellectuelle et cultivation des voix émergentes et des futurs leaders. Le Conseil et sa présidence seraient un espace d'écoute actif, de collaboration fondée sur des principes et d'innovation éthique. Nous aimerons défendre la littérature, non pas simplement comme un miroir de la société, mais comme une boussole. Nous dirigeons vers la justice, vers la paix et vers toutes sortes de revendications qui assureraient notre liberté. C'est sous cette forme que la 6e région de PAWA, à savoir Wafot, c'est-à-dire l'association des écrivains d'origine africaine de la diaspora, serait dirigée par l'infatigable révérende Dr. Elizabeth Ango Fomuso Ekelem, qui auparavant était attachée de presse et lanceur de livres en chef. Permettez-moi, en terminant, d'invoquer la parole de l'écrivain camerounais Mongo Betty, qui déclarait un jour que la littérature n'est pas innocente. En effet, nos paroles, parlées ou écrites, chantées ou traduites, ne sont pas sans conséquence. Puissions-nous les manier avec sagesse, avec audace et avec un engagement inébranlable envers la vérité, mais surtout, rappelons-nous que la littérature ne doit jamais servir de trophée, de l'élite, ni d'ornement de l'Empire. Nous devons rendre nos littératures, nos peuples, comme un tambour, comme une lampe, comme un miroir, comme une épée, et mieux encore, comme une prière. Et ça me rappelle même le titre du roman de Taha Benjalloun, la prière de l'absent. Chers confrères et écrivains panafricains, l'œuvre est vaste, le fardeau est sacré, l'heure urge, mais ce conseil doit croire en la résilience. Nous croyons en la résilience implacable de l'histoire humaine et surtout de l'histoire de l'Africaine. Vivons là ensemble, de manière radicale, sans peur ni faveur. Je vous remercie tous pour votre confiance, votre appui et votre vision partagée, alors que j'accepte cette fonction au nom du Conseil. Je termine en disant: vive les mots qui libèrent, vive la littérature vivante au service de l'humanité et vive la PAWA. Je vous dis merci et c'est ainsi que j'accepte au nom de la PAWA, au conseil de la PAWA, cette responsabilité. Je vous dis merci à tous.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. A powerful presidential speech. Thank you so much. We quickly go on to the last of the program. We have some of our partners, our friends, and our senior members of PAWA who will give us a few words of solidarity and goodwill. For this exercise, we may not do translation because of time factor. You want the messages to be very brief, and so I will start with the International Authors Forum. I would like to call on the brand new Secretary General. He's also very new, or he didn't invite us to his own swearing-in ceremony. So I want to call on Kevin Fitzgerald to give us a few words of encouragement. Kevin, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Dear representative of the Honourable Minister, Mr. Andrew Amo, Madam Director of WIPO, Madam Shireen Grace, Mr. President, Professor Nidi, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The inauguration of the new Council of the Pan-African Writers Association is an important occasion, and the International Authors Forum extends its warmest congratulations. We celebrate with you today, recognizing the significance of this moment, not only for African literature, but for authors across the continent. The International Authors Forum firmly believes that the role of authors as educators, as custodians of culture, as a moral compass in society, is more vital now than ever before. In a time of rapid change and global uncertainty, the voices of writers continue to guide, inspire, and unite communities. Please know that the International Authors Forum stands with you. In the words of our welcoming poet, from sunshine to moonshine. We are committed to supporting your efforts as you champion the rights and the mission of authors across Africa. We wish the new President and Council every success in the journey ahead. Merci beaucoup à tous et à toutes, et asante sana.
Thank you, Kevin. Multilingual Secretary General. Thank you. We quickly go on to IFRO. That is the International Federation of Reproductive Rights. And the Counselor for Legal Policy and Technical, Antonios Barris, is in the house. I want to listen to you. Hello. Antonios, you have the floor.
Am I audible? Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Excellent. Dear colleagues and friends, on behalf of the International Federation of Reproduction Rights Organizations, I would like to extend our warmest congratulations to the newly elected Council. We deeply admire PAWA's unwavering commitment to champion African literature and the rights of authors across the continent and beyond. Your work is essential to preserving cultural identity, fostering creativity, and building a more just and vibrant literary ecosystem. IFRO looks forward to continue and deepening our collaboration with PAWA, together, of course, with our colleagues from IAF, WIPO, and APNET, in the service of our shared goals, supporting authors, promoting fair remuneration, and ensuring that African voices are not only heard and protected, but also celebrated. We wish the new Council every success to this chapter, and we are together. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonios. You want to try some French or Spanish or?
No, I can only do Greek right now.
Okay, all right. I wanted you to copy Kevin. Thank you so much. We go on to UNESCO. I don't know whether we have the rep from UNESCO here. No? Okay. Let's come to one of our poet laureates, our teacher, our mentor, the veteran, Professor Niyo Shundari. Can you unmute, sir, and give us a few words? Professor Shundari, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you 5 on 5. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you 5 on 5.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very, very much for inviting me to do this. But more or less, it's like asking me to come and participate in the feast in my own household. I was there in 1989 when we put PAWA together, 1989 in Accra. And our organization has gone through a lot since then. But I'm happy that in spite of all the bouts, in spite of all the crises on the continent and the rest of the world, PAWA is still there. Nobody could have captured more succinctly and more comprehensively and more valuably the role and mission of PAWA than the present president of the council, Professor Ndi, has done. There is a lot in what he has told us And I hope that it will be possible for every member of PAWA to have a copy of that speech. That certainly will be one of the ways of strengthening our republic of conscience. Those are his words. Our colleague from Kenya made a very important point. And I think this is one of the issues we raised in 1988, because the beginning of PAWA began in Lagos, the Shoyinka conference in 1988 at night. We were all there really wondering until the thing moved. Before we can ask the world to appreciate our literature, shouldn't we do something to make ourselves enjoy this literature itself? Our continent still has a battle with illiteracy, and I think it's one of the most important. It is in our interest to make our people literate, because they're the people who read us and we write for them. Friend, I think this is really crucial. Translation, again, one of the issues we asked a few members to take to the African Union at that time. I don't see much translation happening yet. I personally have been translated into so many so-called world languages that it really has not happened. That I could have my work read in Kiswahili, in Akan, and so on and so forth. Great work here needs to be done. Finally, when we look at the world today, we discover that there is a lot of change. Immigration is probably the #1 issue all over Europe and shaping the politics of America, shaping the politics of the different European unions. And when you look at the way the whole thing is going through euphemisms and so on, see that Africa is right in the center. I think these countries are asking us to remain at home or to go back home. Very good. That is not saying what they're saying is good. Africa is home. And this is why PAWA is so important. And this is also why the council that has just been elected has a lot of work to do, with all of us really cooperating. I want to congratulate members of the new council and my compatriot and very pathetic thinker and writer, Wale Okedian. Thank you for the enormous energy you've put into this. We saw a little bit, no, quite a lot of it at the local level when you were president of the Nigerian Writers Association, ANA. So good luck, my friends. Yes, we have a continent to build. As Professor Ndi has also said, hope is very important. It is we writers who should lead, we should be right in the vanguard of this need for change. There is so much about Africa today that tends to discourage. As I said in one of my essays, it is difficult to be an African in the present world, but it is also a glorious thing. It's a challenge. We can do it. Literature has always had a powerful function in societies, and power is there. Power, I'm a budding poet. I like poems. And I remember we talked a lot about this in 1988 in Lagos before going to Accra. P-O-W-E-R and P-A-W-A. Power is power. Congratulations and all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We appreciate. Thank you, sir. We quickly go on to African Continental University in Ghana. Professor Odame, are you on ground?
Yes, I am
Okay.
on. Thank you very much. for the opportunity to be part of this wonderful inauguration. And I would like to first of all stand on the existing protocol for the sake of time to express my appreciation to the association and to congratulate the newly elected council led by Professor Indi, and then also commend the PAWA in the previous administration. African Continental University is located in Ghana on the in Accra, close to the Winneba, and we offer transformative education for individual, community, and nations across Africa. And our mission is to build and to provide holistic human capacity for the African continent and to usher in the new generation into the arts and humanities, sciences and technology with competencies to tackle the myriads of Africa's challenges. And our thrust is based on the fact that we want to establish an institution that trains minds, hearts, and hands in an African way to generate a certain caliber of leadership that is emancipated and decolonized from the previous set of status quo, and to create a sense of somebodyness of an African in our knowledge generation as well as the Arctic. And this is exactly why I see the 5-point mission that the president espoused to be resonating strongly with our mission as an institution. So we have 3 departments. For starters, we have the Department of Tourism and Hospitality Sciences. We have the Department of Environment and Development, and the Department of Finance and Economic Management. We also have 2 centers for research and consultancy. For the sake of time, I would want to direct us to our website at the www.acu.edu.gh. www.acu.edu.gh. I will post it also in the chat for our consumption. Thank you very much. And we are looking forward for collaborations and partnerships from our friends and all those who want us to establish campuses in their respective countries to contact us via our website and to be able to create that sense of commitment in producing the kind of leadership that is African to solve African challenges and problems for a shared prosperity and liberty in dignity. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Prof. Yeah, let's quickly go on to Akalan, African Academy of Languages, all the way from Mali. If you're around, Dr. Damfa. Anybody from Akalan? Okay, no. So we go on to Dr. Kemi Wayolaiton, the acting Pro Vice Chancellor of the African University of Communication and Business in Accra, Ghana. Dr. Kemi, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. I must say I am very happy to be here. The representative of the minister, the president of PAWA, Secretary General, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I especially acknowledge my academic father, my teacher and mentor, Professor Niyi Oshundari. I am very happy and I feel highly honored to join in the celebration today at this inauguration of the new council of this great organization, the Pan-African Writers Association. I also bring you a warm greeting from my Vice Chancellor, Professor Abeku Blankson. I want to salute with admiration the vibrant community of writers whose dedication to the craft has illuminated ideas, enriched hearts, and strengthened the cultural threadwork that binds all writers together. I particularly appreciate and salute the tireless efforts of the Secretary General of PAWA, Dr. Wale Okedoro, whose hard work and cheerful disposition have earned him a large network of dedicated friends and institutions, among whom my institution, the African University of Communications and Business, belong. Now, it will interest you to note that my institution and PAWA and another publishing organization in Nigeria, we're working on a project which is an African-wide award for emerging writers. It's coming up, the maiden edition will be coming up in August, and I'm sure PAWA will spread the word to you. You'll get to know about it so that you join us at that ceremony. PAWA has been more than a collective of storytellers. It has been a wellspring of inspiration, really, where friendship and creativity thrive hand in hand, thanks to Dr. Okedoro. So as the new council is being inaugurated today, I want to wish the newly elected members a big congratulations and God's guidance. As you continue to nurture literary voices, fostering collaboration, like the one with my institution, AUCB, and uplifting narratives that matter, I want to pray that your association will grow ever more radiant in its influence and impact across Africa. Here's to the laughter shared in workshops, the wisdom exchanged in dialogues, and the magic sparked every time a blank page meets a passionate pen. Being a writer myself, I share those warm feelings. The world is better for the stories we tell as writers and the way we tell them. I pray that the spirit of camaraderie that defines PAWA, just as Professor Okedoro, Professor Dio Shudari said right from 1989, I pray that that spirit continues to guide every chapter yet written. Congratulations to all. My best wishes to the president and his new council. Again, I pray for even greater creativity and connection in the chapters ahead. Thank you very much, everyone, for this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kemi. Merci beaucoup. We want to go on to the Ghana Publishers Association. If the chairman is around, Mr. Asare Yamoa, you can please come on. Ghana Publishers Association.
Yeah, good afternoon, Secretary General.
Yeah, Mr. Yamoa is here. Thank you.
Yes. As we've been following the program, yes. So we are most grateful also for the opportunity. And I would just want to acknowledge the rep of the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture of Ghana, and also sharing guys of WIPO and the outgoing and newly elected PAWA Council members of the African Writers Association. And to all those who have joined us and everywhere, we say welcome. On behalf of the Ghana Publishers Association, I extend warm and heartfelt congratulations to the newly elected Council of PAWA. This inauguration marks not only a leadership transition, but a renewed commitment to the voice of African literature, to our shared cultural legacy, and to the unifying power of the written word across our continent. As publishers, we recognize the indispensable role writers play in shaping identities, chronicling histories, and inspiring future generations. In this era of transformation and digital transformation, the alliance between writers and publishing is more vital than ever in preserving our narratives, upholding intellectual freedom and enriching the minds of our people. We salute PAWA's unwavering commitment to elevating African literary expression and advocacy. May your new council foster inclusion, creativity, and bold vision. We stand ready to collaborate in advancing literacy, promoting authentic African stories, and empowering the next generation of writers. Congratulations once again, and may your tenure be marked by innovation, unity, and success. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Yamura. Well, our publishers are our friends, and PAWA and the Ghana Publishers Association, as well as APNET, have collaborated on many occasions. We are happy for this relationship, and we thank you for your support. Professor Femi Osofison, former PAWA president. Are you around, sir? I'm not sure whether you were able to join. Professor Osofison. Okay. If it's not here, we quickly go on to the World Organization of Writers. The president, Madam Margarita, are you able to join us? See, okay. All right. So that brings us to the end of the official goodwill solidarity messages. We can take one or two more comments from the chat. I can see the Brain Bank. Is it Brain Bank?
Africa's Brain Bank.
Okay, please, you have a floor. You can talk.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel special. Yes. On behalf of Africa's Brain Bank, I would love to congratulate PAWA, Professor Bill, President Bill, and his new council for taking on this mantle. We would love to work with you. I'm sorry, I'm not able to show my face. I'm on the road, but in the future we will. So I just want to congratulate you. And yes, we definitely need to circulate the president's acceptance speech. That was riveting. Your French sounds even better than English, but I know you are Anglophone originally, so we're so proud of you. And once more, congratulations, and let's collaborate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Brain Bank. I hope your bank also has some cash.
Actually, our currency is better than cash, and that is intellectual capital.
Wonderful. That's great. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry again that my camera is playing up, but I don't want to log out. I don't want to risk it. I just want to continue and to say that we have come to perhaps the end of this wonderful event. I will only pause for 1 or 2 minutes in case we have, but most of the interventions are on the chat box. You can just check them so that we don't waste much time. Before we do the closing remarks, I'll just call on Charles to give a summary of all the messages, just a few sentences to summarize our messages. Apologies for not giving you much time. Charles, are you still around? Okay, it's like Charles has. Okay.
Yeah, but
okay.
Sorry, I was a little bit disturbed. I'm not sure that I can share their messages. Sorry. My mind was somewhere place. Sorry.
Just to thank you once again. So now we come to the end. We've done about 2 hours now, which I think is good enough. Unfortunately, if it was a physical meeting, we will have moved into the dinner section, dinner and dance. But now that we don't have that facility, we make up for it maybe when the president invites us to his university in the US, then we invite all of you. But for now, just to thank you for coming and to say that we are not, this is not a talk shop. We are an action organization. As the president said, we are meant to back all our speeches with action. And I want to call on my colleagues in the council and in the generality of power that it's not enough to bring out beautiful speeches. What is more important is to put action to these speeches. So in the next few weeks, we all have to come together and to actualize all the promises we have given. I'm happy that my friend, His Excellency, Ambassador Eric, is already working on the collection of stories of our trip to Djibouti. That book will soon be out. And I'm also looking forward to a book on the former Tanzania president, which we are also working on. There are so many projects on ground, and we hope that with this new power from the powerful council, we achieve this. Thank you for coming. Charles, please, can you thank them for us in our language?
Thank you. Alors, nous filons comme ça vers la fin de cette séance de prestation de serment et nous voudrons remercier tous les participants, tous ceux qui ont participé. Et avant l'intervention du SG, Dr. Wale, il y a eu des mots, voilà, il a donné l'opportunité à certaines personnalités qui représentent certaines institutions comme l'Africa's Brain Bank et beaucoup d'autres organisations qui ont pris la parole pour exprimer leur joie d'être à cette séance. Il y a aussi le professeur d'éminentes personnalités qui ont pris la parole. Et il y a l'International Hotels Forum, le représentant de l'International Hotels Forum qui a pris la parole également pour exprimer sa joie et voilà, ses souhaits envers la PAWA. Il y a également l'African Continental University, qui est le chancelier, le représentant de cette institution académique basée au Ghana, qui a pris également la parole pour exprimer sa joie et ses souhaits et voilà, son envie de collaboration avec la PAWA pour la promotion de la littérature. Et donc, nous sommes comme ça à la fin de cette séance et nous remercions tous les participants, le docteur, son excellence, M. Eric Bekale du Gabon également, avec qui nous travaillons sur un projet commun, notamment concernant notre visite au Djibouti, et nous avons aussi beaucoup d'autres projets, par exemple le projet de livre sur l'ancien président tanzanien. Et donc, disons, c'est pour dire qu'il y a beaucoup de perspectives, il y a beaucoup de projets sur lesquels nous travaillons et j'espère que nous pourrons garder ce cap-là pour amener la PAWA vers de sommets meilleurs. Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you. And we are bringing the program to a close. We will continue to collaborate with each other and we will continue to communicate as on our various platforms. Thank you for coming. Good night, good morning, good evening. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.
Alors, merci pour votre participation. Au revoir.
Bye. Bye. Good night. Good night for everybody. Good night. Bonne nuit à tous.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye bye.
After 4 minutes.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Mr. President Bill, ciao, ciao. LG.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
This was excellent. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations again, Prof.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Next time.
Mr. the President, we are waiting for your speech, a copy of your speech. Mr. Bill.
Just give me a minute. Let me.
Okay.